Good day mga kudoks, kumusta na po kayo? So it's been a while since my last video. I think I posted around 3 weeks ago and I've been very busy from my work, and currently actually I'm here in the Philippines in my home country because I needed to attend to a family emergency, and I'm currently here in a hospital in the Philippines and I really can't talk loud. So I just need to make my voice a little bit soft. Hopefully you guys could hear my voice clearly, even though I'm just lowering my voice because someone is currently sleeping here in the hospital. So as you know, if you've been following my previous videos, I'm Dr. Rin. I'm a pediatrician in the Philippines, and currently I'm working as a specialty doctor in pediatrics in the United Kingdom. So I've been making videos on my PLAB journey, on my job hunting, on my journey as a doctor in the UK, and basically my life or our life of me and my wife in the UK. So my video for today is all about the uncertainties or the future of IMGs or international medical graduates in the UK or who are planning to go to the United Kingdom. So let's not be naive about the current news or threads in social media about the changes in the UK health system in terms of hiring doctors, especially foreign or IMG doctors. Actually, these things that I will be saying are just proposals, not yet finalized, but these are like being talked about by the different associations in the UK as of present. So one of that is the prioritization of the British graduates in terms of specialty training. And the second one is they're also planning to cut down on service jobs or non-training or clinical fellow jobs. So basically, if they will do this, there will be lesser jobs for non-training posts, which are the usual posts that IMGs take when they want to have their first job in the UK. So if they're cutting down on those things, it will be much harder for IMGs to start working in the UK. And if they don't want the IMGs to be prioritized or on to be equal footing with the British graduates in terms of specialty training, so it will be hard as well for IMGs to penetrate the NHS or the system with the current changes that they're proposing. So what can we do as IMGs or international medical graduates? So there are two different categories. So if you're already in the system or if you're already working in the NHS, first thing that you need to do is to ask your consultant or the HR if you could get your contract extended or if they could give you a permanent contract. So that's the first thing that you could do. The second thing that you could do is to ask around on the same trust that you are working if there are service jobs or non-training roles available in your current trust. So it will be easier because it will be the same hospital, and you need to go on rigorous recruitment process again. The second thing that you could do is to apply for other non-training jobs or service post jobs in other hospitals in the UK if you are willing to relocate. Other thing that you could do if you're not yet in the system, but if you're already registered with the GMC, since these things are just proposals at the moment, so you could continue applying for non-training or service post until these changes will be implemented soon, but hopefully not. So since it's not yet implemented, continue applying while these service posts are still available, and you could still apply for training if you want to, because they're not blocking yet or they're not starting yet this proposals. So if you're already registered and you've done your you've done your MSRA for specialty training, so you could also go that route if you prefer specialty training right away. So you could do all of these things before the system gets changed. The next thing that we could do, if you're not yet in the NHS but you've passed your PLABs and you already have your GMC registration, you could apply to other countries such as Australia. So in Australia, what I know is that you could take at least the AMC 1 and you could apply for registration and start applying for jobs. So I've been seeing a lot of job hiring in Australia, and I also have some relatives who are doctors from the Philippines that was just hired recently. So, and I'm also seeing a lot of IMGs who are being hired in Australia. So I believe that recruitment for IMGs are still very good in Australia as well as in New Zealand as well. So there's also a path if you're already PLAB registered in Australia, and if you want to apply in NZ, you could also do that. I'm not really sure what exams you need to take if you don't have, or if you have NHS experience. So, but what I know, if you have GMC registration, you pass PLAB, you could definitely use that for New Zealand as well. Same thing as Australia, but in Australia, what I know is that at least you have AMC 1 together with your PLAB and GMC, then you could apply for jobs. The next thing, so same as in my situation, example, if my contract doesn't get renewed after my first year, I could apply, or we could apply in Australia through the competent authority pathway, or the CAP. We just need our PLAB, GMC registration, and at least 1 year of NHS experience. Then we could start applying for jobs. So even though all of these changes will be implemented in the UK, those things that I've mentioned, the prioritization of the British graduates in specialty training, cutting down of service posts or non-training jobs, and people not getting renewed with their previous NHS contract. So you could opt all of those things that I've mentioned. So other options that I know is that if you really wanted to be in the UK despite this job saturation, despite these changes, the most that you could do is to enhance your CV while you're still in your home country or wherever you are at the moment. Or you could also take the Royal College exams, the MRCP, MRCPCH, and you could also do the UK accredited training such as ALS, APLS, EPALS, and other things that could enhance your CV. Also, you could do audits, quality assurance, and all of those sorts while you're still in your home country. And if you have extra cash to spare, if you could do a clinical attachment in the UK, it will be very useful because it will put your feet on the door of the NHS, and it will widen your view about the UK healthcare system. You will meet a lot of doctors, fellow IMGs, and you will get a lot of tips on how to start your first NHS job or how to penetrate the system. And of course, you will also be familiarized on the system, the NHS, on how they manage patients. So it will be really useful if you have extra time and money. Go for a clinical attachment, and ideally you should get the free clinical attachment. So basically this video, I'm not discouraging anyone to go to the UK. You could still come here, you could still go to the UK, you could still pursue your dream to be a doctor in the UK. But since there's a lot of things going on right now, definitely you need to have other options, or plan B or plan C. So to my fellow IMGs, wherever you are in your journey right now, despite all the challenges we're having in our career and in our personal life, Hopefully you could make it, and good luck on your journey. Goodbye mga kudoks.